So the Lok Sabha being adjourned there amid chaos. But you can see, and the big breaking news that's coming in is that the Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister, Prahlad Joshi, while defending and saying that an investigation is underway and there shouldn't be politics over this, has also sought the suspension of 5 MPs. And that's been confirmed. So 5 members of Parliament from the opposition who created ruckus in the Lok Sabha by entering the well of the House, in fact, earlier today, have all been suspended for the remainder of the session. Similarly, in Rajya Sabha too, you had, in fact, Derek O'Brien being suspended. So this, no doubt, is only going to lead to a bigger war of words as the opposition is now facing fire for going ahead with their protest, many of them storming the well of the House. Even as Lok Sabha has been adjourned for now, we can confirm for you that 5 MPs have been suspended from Lok Sabha. And Prahlad Joshi also raising, in fact, and answering questions raised by the opposition, has said that the investigation is underway. Parliamentary proceedings must be allowed to continue, and also making it very clear, saying that many such incidents have happened in the past. In this case also, there is unnecessary politics that's playing out. Paulami Saha joining us with more details on this. Paulami, even as the government here is on the defensive, saying very clearly the investigation is underway, there's no reason to be stalling parliamentary proceedings, 5 MPs from the opposition have been suspended.
That's right, Akshata. The government just moved a resolution against 5 members of parliament belonging to the Congress party to suspend them from parliament because of the ruckus that has been happening. The government's Prahlad Joshi, Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister, just stood up and said that there should be no ruckus that should happen, and this is simply politicization of this matter, which shouldn't be allowed in any way. The fact is that the government has taken it very seriously, the sensitive breach that took place as far as Parliament security is concerned. The Speaker has spoken with the Home Secretary. An inquiry has been launched into this. The MHA is looking into this as well. And so at such a very crucial time for any sort of politicization when such incidents have happened in the past as well is extremely unfortunate. And that is why the centre said that, barring the fact that proceedings are not being allowed to move forward because there are matters of business of the House which need to move forward amid all the sloganeering that's taking place. The centre has moved this resolution to, in fact, suspend these members of parliament.
Okay, so 5 MPs right now who have been suspended, some of them being Kuryakos, Hibi Eden and Jyotimani, and this is because they entered the well of the House, so they face suspension for the remainder of the session, and this no doubt is only going to be leading to, in fact, a bigger showdown as well between the government and the opposition. Looks unlikely at this point, Paulami, that any sort of business is going to be allowed to continue because the opposition has constantly been raising slogans. They want the Home Minister to put out a statement. They want him to speak in Parliament on this very issue. And so far, the government has made it very clear that, look, the Speaker has given clarity on what's being done. You had Rajnath Singh speaking earlier today. You had Prahlad Joshi speaking earlier today. And yet, the opposition is saying we want the Home Minister to come here in the House and tell us what's happened, what led to this breach. I want to play out for you once again what Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi said moments ago.
All agree that with a heavy heart that the unfortunate incident which occurred yesterday was a serious incident concerning the safety and the security of honorable members of parliament. We have to appreciate that honorable Speaker promptly held the meeting with all the floor leaders and listen to their suggestion for the further strengthening of the security in the parliament premises. Some of these suggestions given have already been implemented. As Honorable Speaker observed this morning also that in future further measures will be taken to strengthen the parliament security. In my opinion, this matter concerns us all, and we have to speak in one voice, sir, on such a grave national issue. No politics is expected to be done by anyone on such issues. हम दलगत राजनीति से ऊपर उठ के इसमें काम करना है।
Okay, so that was the statement put out by the Union Minister, even as he appealed for everyone to come together, saying this is not the time for politics. Polami is back with us. At this point, Polami, with this kind of a showdown, it's very clear that the opposition has decided that they're not going to let the House function. They want the Home Minister to come out and issue a statement of what led to this breach. Does it look like the government will give in to their demand?
Well, at this moment, it's very unlikely because, the Speaker has said very categorically earlier this morning that it is not for you to decide who responds to this, because it's not the Home Minister's job to provide security in Parliament. Parliament security falls under my purview. And it is for me to, ensure that your concerns are in fact paid heed to, and all of your suggestions that have been taken on board after your party meeting yesterday are in fact put in place as well. So it is my purview, it is my jurisdiction. Parliament security comes under me as Lok Sabha Speaker. It comes under the Secretariat of Parliament. It comes specifically under Lok Sabha. So he's made it absolutely clear who is the individual who stands responsible for Parliament security, which is he himself. He's been saying this since yesterday. So it makes no sense for the Home Minister to be making a statement because it doesn't come under the Home Minister's jurisdiction.
Okay, so at this point, this is in fact the showdown that's playing out. 5 members of Parliament who have right now been suspended from the Lok Sabha. At the same time, in Rajya Sabha, you've had in fact Rajya Sabha TMC MP Derek O'Brien being suspended there too. So anyone who's really storming the well of the House is facing action, as the government has proposed in each of these cases suspension, and it's only going to essentially up the ante. Polami, in a strategy made by the opposition today, they made it very clear that they're not going to allow business to continue normally till the issue of security breach is discussed in great detail in Parliament.
Akshita, could you please repeat your question?
I was referring to the opposition meet that happened earlier today, Polami, in which they made it very clear that there's going to be no business that happens. They're all united in their demand for the government to ensure a discussion on the breach.
Absolutely. This was, in fact, discussed in the meeting of the India bloc that happened earlier this morning in Parliament at 10 a.m., where they set out 2 very clear demands that they're going to voice inside Parliament, which they've been doing since, of course, the day's proceedings convened at 11 a.m. this morning, which is demanding a statement from the Home Minister, Amit Shah, on the incident that transpired yesterday, and also seeking action against BJP Member of Parliament, Pratap Simha, who, in fact, signed off on the visitors' passes that were used by the 2 intruders who came into Parliament yesterday. So, clearly, these are the demands, and they've been creating a lot of ruckus inside both houses of Parliament, both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, sloganeering going into the well of the House and demanding the resignation of the Home Minister as well. Those were slogans that were raised in the Lok Sabha. And today, of course, earlier the Speaker has spoken about this and made it very clear that he is the individual who is in charge of Parliament security, and he will ensure that all measures are put in place. Security is reviewed, it's tightened inside Parliament. Certain measures have already have been put in place. We're inside Parliament right now, and we've seen the level of frisking and the measures that are being taken. How one gate, we've been reporting about this since yesterday as well. The first immediate measure which has been taken is that there was one entry gate for members of Parliament, staff, visitors. Everyone seemed to be going in from that one gate. Today, they've made it exclusive for members of Parliament. Nobody is being allowed through that gate. So basically, certain measures that could be immediately be effected have been put in place. Many others will be done in future. But the opposition continues to demand a statement from Amit Shah, the Home Minister. But the Speaker has made it clear, which is what was reiterated by the Parliamentary Affairs Minister just a short while ago, that the Speaker is in charge of Parliament security, and he's already given his assurance that he'll do his best to ensure that every concern raised by the MPs, the floor leaders in his meeting yesterday, the all-party meeting that he called, will be taken into consideration. So it's not for the Home Minister to respond. The Speaker will respond.
So the government very firm that this is a matter for the Speaker to consider, and that he's already issued a statement. So there's no question of the Home Minister stepping forward on this. Thanks very much, Paul May, for those details.